Hello and welcome to Chip Off the Old Block Toys. I'm Jeff, and today just decided to include you guys on doing some sorting. Those who've been following the channel will know that approximately 2 months ago, I bought out a store that discontinued selling Legos, and it was an online store. And the haul was big enough I needed my truck with the box on it, which extends the top of the box a little over 2 feet. And I have the full-size bed, so filled that up, filled up the back seat, brought it home. Most of the stuff I got were complete sets that could be sold directly, but then there was a bunch of miscellaneous like bags that were all from the same set, but some of them got crushed. That's what these broken pieces are in my hand, things that cannot be sold. And so I decided, you know what, I'm not going to try to decide what's sellable or not. Since these were partially damaged and there's a possibility of upsetting a customer, I'm just not going to sell it. I'm going to sort this and absorb it into my personal collection. So, and for some reason, I'm being told that it can't be seen. So let me try this. Black screen. Okay, is that better? You can see me, but it's blurred. I don't know why I'm having problems. I double checked the wires before I came on here and it was fine. And according to this thing right here, I'm doing just fine. Let me check the settings again. Maybe it's all my settings are saying everything's normal, so I don't know what to do about that. Is it any better at all, or is it still just whacked out crazy? It's blurry. Okay. Well, if it's blurry, then I guess about the only thing I can really do is terminate the stream, and then I will go ahead and play around with some wires here and see what I can do about getting that together. And it looks like I missed a piece from the previous set I did. Okay, I don't know if that's any better. I unplugged the wire and plugged it back in. The dogs are doing well. I did kind of have a rough night with them, though. Gertie did not want to settle down last night. I understand she's not in her own bed, her own house. But she wouldn't settle down, and I'll tell you what, made for a long night for me. So, is that any better at all, or is it still blurry? And I don't know why this thing is showing. It's showing the wireless being connected on StreamYard, but I'm not connected by wireless. My computer says it's by the Ethernet cord. So I don't know. Is there something to let me go in the settings of this and see what I can do. Okay. Well, in the settings, there is nothing. There is nothing that. Well, you know something. Let me see. It might be the camera itself. Maybe the lens has gotten dirty, but I don't think so because on my screen it shows up just fine. Let me find something I can pull up real quick. And all right, let's try present screen. Okay, can you tell me, is that picture of the Lego website, is that any clearer? Or is that blurry as well? Well, that's clear, but the camera's not. Or did this clear it up? Because maybe it's the camera cord. This camera cord is like 4 years old. Maybe I need to order another one. So for those who are wondering, this is that crocodile 3-in-1 set that came out of, I don't know, about 2 or 3 years ago. And this guy that I got it from had a bunch of them. And anyway, like I said, some of them were damaged, so I'm not bothering with it, trying to sell it. I'm just parting them out and putting them in my set, in my collection, and I'm sure I'll find a use for them. In fact, some of these pieces, these greens, I could already think of some greenery I want to do, like in some parks and some other places. And I know I have this color over here, so I'm going to go grab it. All right. So a couple things. You guys know I like history. So I watched a really cool story yesterday. And let me see the name of the guy. Because I don't like just telling you a story without a name. Douglas Bader. Sir Douglas Bader. If you guys haven't heard of him, that's probably because among his crew, his squadron that he was a leader of, he was really liked. And if you weren't part of a squadron, meaning higher ups and other people, they did not like him. What is his claim to fame? He shot down 22 German planes during World War II. And he's a double amputee of the legs. Yeah, he got into an accident with a plane. It landed way too hard. and the only way to save him, because he was pinned, was to cut off his legs, one a little bit below the kneecap, one a little above the kneecap. So anyway, the guy already had the attitude that he wasn't going to take no for an answer because of what he'd already been through. And so that's why he wasn't liked among a lot of people, because if they gave him an impossible mission, he just accomplished it. So, yeah. And like I said, most of the problem was people outside of his unit, not actually in his unit, because the people in his unit felt that he took care of them and he was fair. So, anyway, he did a lot of feats of overcoming things and killing Germans, and they say his kill count was actually higher than 22, but because the higher ups didn't like him, they didn't count all of his kills, because they weren't quote unquote confirmed, even though they didn't hold that standard to other pilots. And I'm not doing this story justice, but it's a good story. But Greg, what are you up to today? Sounds like you're off work now. And Mrs. Chip, what are you up to today? I need to, when it hits nighttime, I'm going to introduce my smaller chickens. They're not too much smaller. They're about 75, 80% of the size of the chickens, the grown chickens. And I'm going to introduce them to the rest of the flock. And that will reduce my time outside, because I have to feed, water, and clean 2 pens instead of 1. So I'm hoping to be able to take care of that. Well, we released the, what do you call it? The video for the Avengers Tower update. I hope you guys had a chance to see that. That one, I have to admit, I tried some new editing things I've never tried before. Hopefully it turned out well. It's a great learning process. Maybe I'm wrong, but I just wish YouTube would put more resources out there for creators, because it seems like it's a great mystery on how to make things work. I wish they'd tell you more about how the algorithm works. Like, what have they found has helped out creators get more views, that kind of thing. But YouTube, they want the money from the advertising, but they hold the secrets very close to the vest. All right, this is going to require some more of these. All right. Can you guys hear me okay? Because it seems like the chat just all of a sudden stopped. But, yeah, I'll be right back. All right. I've got quite a few bags left. I don't know how long I'm going to go doing this. Just like I said, just thought I'd come on here and just kind of share with you guys some of the things I'm doing and that kind of thing. Oh. Just kind of marking the territory of where things are going to go. Have you guys heard the story of Lafayette Pool? I think you have without knowing it. If you've seen the movie Fury about the World War II tank with Brad Pitt as the main actor, then you know the story of Lafayette Pool, because that is who the story is based off of. I watched his story yesterday. Very interesting stuff. And it is true that in the movie, when they called him War Daddy, Hollywood did not make that up. That's what his men called him. So anyways, I learned a lot of interesting stuff. And there's also a guy here in town who started a Oneida County news channel. And I'm hoping that I can meet with him because I like his idea and I'd like to suggest some things to him. Because his views, okay, first of all, you need 1,000 subscribers to get paid. And in this environment, there's only 4,500 people in the county. So that means 1 in 4 people would have to subscribe. And do keep in mind that a bunch of these are minors that will not even look at news. So the chance of him getting 1,000 subscribers just based off of news is probably not going to happen. So I was thinking about helping him out by maybe doing some more interesting things, like we have an underground to this city. There's a tunnel system to the different downtown buildings. I think a video about that would be cool. I also think that it'd be cool if he had a video on a solved triple homicide in this county that happened probably about 13, 14 years ago. I think that'd be cool. And then there's a double homicide. And this place doesn't have many homicides, by the way. I think it was back in the late 80s. They found the bodies of 2 teenage girls on 2 Mile Road, which is around here. People say it's haunted. I don't know. I've never experienced anything, and I've been up and down 2 Mile Roads a couple times. But anyway, my point is that I think that would be an interesting video, and make it kind of a public service announcement that if anybody has information, to call the sheriff. I think that would interest people. And there's also the story of Elk Creek or Elkhorn Dam, which was a failed project. I think that would be interesting. I think that would get people to watch. Anyway, I'm hoping to be able to talk to this guy and give him some ideas and hopefully help him out. I'd love to see him succeed. And I will try to make it out to the shop today and work on the city video. It is supposed to be pretty warm, and I did not get up early enough to avoid the heat. So it'll be probably much later in the evening before I head out there, which means it'll only be a couple hours. Hey, Janet, how you doing? It's good to see you. How are you doing today? Yeah, but I'll try to make it out to the shop today and work on the city after the sun starts going down. That's one of the cool things about having all those LED lights up there, shop lamps. They work so well. Well, as many of you know, I have a Bricklink store, and this is not part of it, but I feel like I'm working on it because this is what I do when I am working on it. I pour a bunch of bags out and just sort this out. You're good. Awesome. Any good plans for today? Or actually, you don't have to have good plans. You got some plans for today. And by the way, I don't think you need to have plans. Some of the best days I've ever had are the ones I don't have plans, and I just kind of do whatever I want. So, what's upcoming? Let's see. I think tomorrow morning is going to be a live stream. I think it's tomorrow. I'll have to check. Oh, I can't check the schedule. It's on the other computer. The other computer's off. So either tomorrow or Monday, we'll start the live streams of the general store. That's the last set in the Lego Bricklink Designer Program. That's the last one. We've built all the rest of them on this channel. And I have several sets over here that are built. I have the Lego truck, the semi. I've got two of them that are built. I have the double-decker bus. I have the excavator. I've got the other two Speed Champions I haven't done reviews on yet that are built. I've got a lot ready. I just haven't had the time to make the videos. So you see, sorry, I was driving back home. I was at Barnes & Noble. I love that store. It's close by. Joanne's the second, but that one's an hour away. I'm sure it was by design. Yes, they did that just for you, Miss Chick. They put it out of your reach because I requested it. And yes, I'm an evil husband like that. I would definitely influence that if I ever could. No, I'm just kidding. No, I wouldn't. I'd like to see her happy. And yep, Barnes & Nobles and Joann's. That's her two stores. No, just a lazy week. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Nothing wrong with a lazy weekend. Wow, these little pieces are a lot more intense than I thought. I don't think this is going to work the way I wanted it to. I think I'm going to have to remove some of these dividers. I started the general store, but ended up missing. Oh. So how was Lego about that? Because I've had that happen to me before, and it all depends on who you get on the line, in my opinion, because sometimes they're so nice they're practically tripping over themselves, apologizing. And then other times I've actually had reps act like, well, what do you want me to do about it? And it's like, seeing as I paid a couple $100s for this set, I want you to replace what's missing so I can build it. Because what I bought was a complete set, not whatever you sent me. And I've actually had to, I tend to be a nice guy, but if I get upset like that, where someone starts giving me crap, I'll throw it right back at them. And that's what I did with that rep. It was the, the loop roller coaster. That one upset me because I was doing live streams, and it wasn't until like bag number 9 or something, which means I had done like maybe 2 live streams, and I was going to do the third, and I was laying out the parts for it for the live stream. So maybe about an hour before the live stream, I was doing that, and I realized that what they did was they gave me 2 bag number 9s and did not give me a bag number 10. So I called Lego, and the guy was rude. He did not want to help me. It wasn't until I told him that I was going to dispute the charge with my credit card that he finally decided to, what exactly do you need? And I told him, and I said, look, I'll tell you what, I will buy another set because I know that these spare pieces come from Denmark. I will buy another set just so I can have that bag. I just need you, or I'm requesting that you overnight me the box. I'll pay for it, but you pay for the overnight shipping because I need it. And the guy said that he would, and then only did I find out that he said he couldn't do it. Anyway, long story short, I ended up driving myself to the Lego store almost 2 hours away to buy one so that the next night I could do a live stream. So I hope your experience was better, Janet, and please let me know if what the final verdict was on that. Did they say they were going to ship out the missing pieces without a hassle? I wasn't a fan of this piece when it first came out, the round stud. I wasn't a fan of it when it first came out. But I'm a fan of it now. Janet, what bag number are you missing? Well, the reason I ask is because I haven't opened mine yet, but I'm about ready to open it here in the next day or two. And if they haven't got you a parts list by then, I'd be happy to open that bag, spread it among the table, take a nice picture, and send it to you through Facebook. That way you'd have your parts list. I'd be more than happy to do that. Wow, this bag, I didn't think this bag was going to be this brutal. I was wrong. It's one of the bag 3s. I had 3, but looks like there was a 4th. Okay. I'll tell you what. As soon as I'm done with this bag, Janet, I will open up my box because I was going to do it anyway. So let's hope these all go. Nope, they do not go all the same direction. That is such a pain. That probably means the white ones are going to do the same thing, different directions. Oh, I've got plenty of World War II stories to share. Let's see. Joe Medicine Crow, the last war chief. If you guys don't know why he's the last war chief, because there are 5 things he has to accomplish. I don't remember all of them. One of them was to steal the enemy's horse. The other one was another accomplishment was to lead a raid without a single casualty. Another one was to touch an enemy in combat, but not kill him. In other words, scare the daylights out of him. That's how I took it. I could be wrong, but so I don't remember all the 5 feats, but he was the last one to do it. And oddly enough, his nephew in the Vietnam War, because this is Joe Medicine Crow was World War II. In the Vietnam War, his nephew almost became the last war chief, but the reason he didn't do it was because he accomplished 4 out of the 5, but the 5th one, stealing a horse, was not possible in Vietnam. Instead, he stole 2 elephants, and unfortunately, the War Council decided that because it wasn't an actual horse, well, it wasn't worthy. And if you guys didn't know, the British had the most extensive spy network during World War II. They were very gangster in their spy-like stuff. Okay, let's see. All right, so it looks like I've got a ton of pieces here that are not going to fit in one of these divided containers, so that's why I love these little dividers. Now I've got a full drawer. Okay. Long brown planks in it. Okay, well, I'm almost done here. I don't mind. I really don't. Because I'll put it on the stream, and that way, and I won't move, and you can see exactly what pieces are in that bag. And I hope this is all of them, because I always get scared when I do this because my mind plays tricks on me with them all being the same color. I'm not colorblind, but pretty close, I think. Okay. And this is how I carry them to the shop. I can get 16 drawers at a time, and if all of them are split, that's 32 different types of pieces in one setting. Okay, I will be right back. So this is what bothers me about it, is you pay the kind of money you pay and this is how they ship it. I actually save these boxes because, well, they're a special set, and so I get upset when they do this. So, all right, Janet, let's see what we got in store here. Let's separate this. And you said bag number 3. So let's get this figured out. Okay, so we've got, here's another bag number 3s that we've got. And you said the 4 long planks and the 2x2 flat brown squares. I'm not sure which one it is. If you'll tell me which one it is, I'll be happy to open it up and lay out the pieces separately. But yeah, I'd love to help you out if I can on this. The 4 long planks. Well, this one has looks like 8 or 9 2x8, so I'm not sure that's it. And I don't see anything with a 2x2 flat brown squares. I don't see that either. But whichever one it is, just make it known and I'll open it up. 1x4 planks. Okay, this one has 1x4 planks in it. Does that look familiar? Or, I mean, sorry, it wouldn't look familiar because you don't have it. Would this be the right one? Because this one, I don't see 1x4s. This one has 1x6s and 1x12s. So I don't think that's it. It does have some 1x4 pieces though right here. You know you have the doors. Okay, well here's the doors. We'll eliminate that. Probably this one here. So let's go ahead. Okay. So, quick inventory. 6 1x3 plates, reddish brown, 2x3 plates reddish brown, 3 2x2 reddish brown plates, 3 1x4 plates reddish brown. We've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 1x4 tiles that are reddish brown, 4 1x3 dark brown tiles. I don't know exactly what this is called, but one of these. These are called tile modified with groove, and we got 7 of them in reddish brown. We've got 4 1x1 dark brown plates, and then we've got the 4 black 1x1 plate round with an open stud, and we've got 6 of these clips. So what am I going to do with this now? It's easy. That's what this is for. And since I'm going to build it anyway, it don't really matter. So okay, well, what do we got next? We got bag number 2. I know Max is going to be happy I'm making a mess on the floor. Max likes eating plastic. I swear he does, and I don't know why. I think he's mentally deranged, but that's my cat, or Spencer's cat, who's really my cat now. All right, well, if you could always go back and play it if you need it. If you need any more information on that, glad I could help out. I hope it does help. Yeah, my cat straight up eats plastic. I don't know how or why. I doubt it helps his digestive tract, but you know what? I'm not Max, and I don't got to deal with the consequences. I do try to stop him every chance I get, but trust me, he does it anyway. You can yell at him all day long. He'll just do it anyway. So for those who are wondering, this is the set these pieces come from. And I'm seeing pieces in here that I've already done, so I'll grab those drawers as needed. I'm going to start calling this the bottomless pit. And I wanted to tell you guys, too, that I don't hold grudges. And the reason why is I do get upset and I do get mad for a while. But there's a time and place for everything. And one of the managers who made sure that I got laid off in my last job, I learned that her mother died. And I'm not going to be a jerk. In fact, I'm going to reach out to her and send my condolences regardless of what she did. I don't really care anymore. So I'm hoping Bricklink gets better on their quality control. I've seen quite a few comments online. Yeah, I agree with you. There has been problems with it, and I've seen it too. Um, I don't know what groups you're part of, but I'm a part of a few groups, and I'm seeing the same things that, you know, and you would, well, yeah, you would think they had better quality control, and they don't. Like I said, I have some of those pieces over there, so I'm going to grab some of the drawers. I do like the series, though, in general, that they're doing the Bricklink Designer Series. I don't know why they changed the name of it because I don't remember what it was called, but I bought a couple of the rounds before this one, and then all of a sudden they changed the name of it, but it doesn't really matter. It's the same thing. Fans submit a set. Lego goes through it, decides whether they want to do it or not. I know they say we vote on it, but I'm very cynical that our votes actually mean anything. I seriously think Lego looks at it and just tries to find the ones they feel would be the most profitable, and that's what they go by. And I'm sorry I'm that cynical, but I am. Yeah, it seems like there's a lot of repeat pieces in here. Kind of expected that. Am I going to mow the back lawn? No. I'm being lazy. I probably need to. Actually, I know I need to. But it's supposed to be dang near 100 degrees out there. I don't think I'm going out there at all. For some reason, I do okay in the shop, and that's because I have a fan that can create my own breeze. But being out in the direct sunlight, I don't like that. That drains me so fast. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't think so. And if you guys are interested in any of the stories that I tell you, not all of them come from the same YouTuber, but most of them do. And he has another channel. He has two channels that I know of. One's called The Fat Electrician. Yep, just like it sounds, Fat Electrician. And the other channel that he has is called Fat Files. And anyway, he's a good guy. I like his stuff. I think it's hilarious. And he likes to use phrases that I have heard my whole entire life. Mainly because my dad was in the military, and now my wife's in the military, and this guy's a military vet. So one of the things that I've heard throughout my life is, are you picking up what I'm putting down? And he likes that phrase. So anyway, kind of a warped sense of familiarity. Yeah, it's supposed to be, I think, let me look. So, it's supposed to get up to 95. Oh, humidity's way down, only 16%. Yeah, I can live with that. That's not too bad. And actually, I don't think I would mow the back lawn because I have to remove a section of the fence to get the lawnmower, the riding lawnmower through it. And I've got the 3 dogs here. They will make a run for it. Well, one won't, but the other 2 will. And then I'm going to have a problem on my hands. So I think I will not mow the lawn. My sister's supposed to be here tomorrow to pick up 2 of the dogs. And the one that she's not picking up is my dog, and he doesn't run. So I think I'll wait for her to pick up the dogs before I make that sort of attempt. Yeah, I kind of forgot about him too, but I was sitting here thinking to myself, okay, how can I get it done? And then I realized, yes, I've got the other dogs. And yeah, the only way to do it is I've got a section of cattle fencing that I purposely made semi-easy removable. Yeah, I know that really sounded like a really good word, didn't it? But yeah, I kind of built that feature into the fence. You know, I'm going to go ahead and remove this. I just try to make things as easy as I can around here. Yeah, it's not supposed to, it's only supposed to get 1 degree warmer than you, but you guys have that humidity, so you guys win the door prize for the yuckiest weather. I don't like that humidity at all. I think I have a couple of these pieces over there. Let me go check. I do indeed. I need some more containers. Yeah, like I lived in California for most of my life, as a kid, I should say. And they have humidity, but like it's really low, like 30%. So I mean, it's not dry, but it ain't wet. And I'll be honest with you, man, I miss that weather more than anything. But I ain't crazy enough to live there with their high taxes and other things, homelessness. And, I mean, yeah, every place has drugs, but California, I've been back to visit. It's worse than here. Here, you kind of know who the dope heads are around here, and you just don't associate with them, and you're fine. But it's a lot easier to do in a small town like this. Let's see. And plus, I'll admit, I don't like their bail reform where criminals do something stupid and then they let them out the same day. There's a reason that exists. It's a cooling off period. Oh man, you have chores and you're streaming and playing with plastic bricks again. Yeah, that's me neglecting my duties. And Mrs. Chip, well, she ain't here to kill me, but she better plan that strategically because she can only do it once. And no, it's not an option to leave these dogs in the house by themselves when I'm mowing the lawn. The biggest one, the Great Pyrenees, if you're not watching her, I'm not trying to be crude, but she'll take a dump right on your floor. And that thing looks like a horse pile when she does that. She's so big. So I don't need to be taking care of a chore just to have another chore pop up. So I will forego. And since they will be here tomorrow to pick up the dogs, I'll do it tomorrow. Yes, that's a very clever way of hiding my procrastination. Or maybe it's not so clever because I just told you my secret. Well, I shared this last night, and I got a good laugh out of some of you. My dad was a military officer, and my dad, being a military officer, he had some colorful things that he used to say. And I'll make sure to remove the colorful part, the swearing. But my dad once told me that there was a fine line in life between the sane and the insane. And that fine line is they both have the same thoughts, like, they get mad, they want to hurt somebody. The only difference is a sane person knows not to do it and doesn't. And Janet, yes, actually, I was interested in most of them, but I have to be honest, I was laid off at the time that happened, that it came out. And so I only purchased the logging train thing with the big truss bridge. I know I'm going to regret that later, but I have to, just like the lottery, please play responsibly. Yeah, I got to do the same thing. Believe me, it wasn't because I didn't want it. Did you happen to get any of them? Order them? I am impressed, though, that Lego this time got us this designer thing a lot quicker, because the last ones were almost a year. This one was only 5 months. So whatever they did, they did pick up the pace a little bit. You ordered the mushroom house? Okay. Yeah, I saw that one. That one looked pretty good. I haven't looked at the design of the train too closely, but if it's possible to motorize it, I want to. I am out of train engines, though. I used to have little motors. I used to have a couple of them in reserve, but the Mazurk, or whatever it's called, and the, what do you call it? Mazurk and, the Emerald Knight. I've motorized them, so I am out of extra motors. also, last night when I was filming one of my things, I had the weirdest thing happen to me. First of all, everything and their dog, meaning literally the dogs, got in my way of filming. And let me adjust that or address that. Janet says, I think Series 3 is pretty strong. I'm very tempted to get all 5. You know, I don't remember what's in there. I know I looked at it. Let me go to it real quick. Okay, so they did. See, that's the weirdest thing. They did have a Bricklink designer program, but now they're calling it invitational. Okay, well, here. Let me. Oh, that helps if I type in the number, right? All right, so let's go to this. The old train shed designer program. Okay, and let's go back to here. I will share my screen. Let's go to, there we go. Series 3, let's see what's in there. The Harbor Master's Office, that looks like one I would get. That would go great with the fishing store thing, I think. The Art of Chocolate. That's not one I'd probably get, but just because of Miss Chip, I probably will end up getting it. The Forest Stronghold. Now that looks really cool. I think that would go awesome with the Lion Gate Castle and the Mountain Fortress. Yeah, that would look really cool. Camping Adventure. Yeah, actually, that looks pretty good too. I like that. An old camper. And then the Lost City. Kind of reminds me of Rivendell a little bit on that roof. But yeah, that would be pretty cool too. So, okay, so starting October the 8th. So we've got about 2 months away. Lord, 2 months. All right. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. What about Series 4? Is it showing anything? Oh, they've chose Series 4 too? Holy crud, I like all of these. The merchant boat looks all right. Kind of goofy a little bit, but I like it. I love trains. Don't get me wrong. Trains are like one of my favorite things. My dad had model trains. That's how my dad and I connected growing up. The Medieval Seaside Market, love it. That's a great addition to the other castle ones. The Siege Encampment, love that. I hope they'll let me get a couple of those, because that would be really cool. And then the Riverside Scholars. And this one is February the 1st. Wow, we got, what is that? 6 months away. Series 5. Okay. So they have 305 designs that were submitted, but none of them chosen yet. Okay. Well, I'm not going to sit here and go through that. What's Series 6 looking like? Okay, so you can submit your designs right now. You have 43 days to get it in. Well, hurry up if you're thinking of it. Only 43 days to go. The Art of Chocolate is going with my modules. That's awesome. That is awesome. I hope you get it, Janet. And Art of Chocolate, but you can't eat it. No, well, you can. You just crap bricks. So I don't recommend doing it, but you can. I mean, you know, if you're brave enough. But yeah, I think those would be some good ones to do, to buy and to put together. Slowly but surely, this pile is disappearing. All right. Looks like I'm going to need, I think I already have some of these over there. Let me put this down. I can use both hands. And I really do like these Bricklink designer sets. I love the detail. Hey, Brickmania Trevor, how you doing? I'm just continuing that set that I was working on last night when you were watching. I don't think I'm going to finish it today because I've been going for a little over an hour. And to be honest with you, that's one of the things about running a Bricklink store I don't like is the amount of time you spend doing this. It's tedious, and a little over an hour is about all the attention span that I have, and then I got to do something else. So I am going to finish up this bag, though, before I go anywhere. Yep, I do have this one. All right, well, let's dump that. Let's work on this. How's your day going, man? Doing okay at the store right now, a little slow period. Okay. Our weekends, I imagine, are probably your busiest times, though, because a lot of people off work. But yeah, this is all going in my personal collection right here. I'm not going to sell any of this. Okay, so it looks like I got to switch this out too. Not a perfect system doing it that way. Some of the pieces do that to you. They slide it over into the new drawer, and you got to catch that, otherwise you'll have inventory shortages. It says, I built the double-decker last night. Fun build. I like the minifigures in the set. I do too. I love the little stroller that comes with it. I love those kind of details. Wow, there are so many of these little connector little hinge things. Not only that, I'll be honest, my shoulders get tired too from doing this after a while. All right, looks like we're done. Oh, I say that and I find one. Okay. Let's see if we can get these done. Oh. And then you have to watch for yourself to do dumb things like that. I'm known to do that too. Well, I'm excited to go out to the shop after this. I'm going to put some of this away. Actually, no, I won't. I won't put it away yet. I think I'll just work on the city. And then I've got some other things like if I really feel adventurous, I could do some electrical out there. And then I've got an electrical problem in my son's old room. It was wired incorrectly. I know what needs to happen. I just need to do it. And seeing as it's nice and hot out there, being inside on the lower level might be the way to go. Okay, well, that was quicker than I thought. Oh, where'd that go? So, Mrs. Chip, you might like this. I saw a video by the fat electrician talking about him being in the military and how when you get out of the military, they give you a list of everything that they ever gave you and issued, and you have to return it. And he was saying that, what do you call it? I don't remember the acronym, but it was a special. Oh, I don't remember, but it made a swear word, and he was like, what's that? To the person asking for it back, and he goes, oh, that's what you would know as a shark. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know where that's at because it dried up 10 years ago, and so I threw it away. How much do I owe you? And he's like, the normal world that's $2, but to the Army that's $78. So anyway, I thought that was a really funny. No Cajun Yeti in here. I know. He's leaving me hanging. No, I'm just kidding. He's not. I don't even know if he knows about this one. This was a very impromptu sort of thing. I just decided to do this. And normally I do let Yeti know and a couple other people know that I'm going live, but I admit I just kind of turned on the camera this time and did it. So okay, looking at this and deciding what to attack next. Let's get the largest pieces. Okay, I doubt these are all going the same way. So, and they are not. So I have to figure that out. Yeah, man, I'll be honest with you, man. I think Cajun's a cool dude. I kind of met Cajun by accident. He ordered from my Bricklink store, and I included a little flyer that said, "Please subscribe to my channel." And then he reached out to me by email and said, "Hey, I have a channel too. Let's do something." And that's how the friendship started. And just like Forrest Gump would say, this is all I have to say about that. Okay, so we got the rest of bag 1 done. We started bag number 2, but we're not going to finish it because it includes these little little small pieces. And I'll save that for another time. We have all of bag number 3 for the set. Which set you asked? I'm glad you asked. It's this 3-in-1 guy right here. So for those who don't know or just joining the stream, I'll say this for those of you. Otherwise, it'll be a repeat. And here's the situation. This is there was a guy going out of business who sold Legos online. I bought his whole entire inventory. I drove down to Vegas, 7 hours, picked it up. This was 2 months ago. And I've listed everything that I have in my store. I sold some on consignment through a secondhand Lego store. And then I'm down to the nitty gritty. And these are the bags that did not complete a set, or they did, and there were some damaged pieces. And I don't feel like going through it to figure out what's good, what's not. So I'm just sorting these, and these are all going in my personal collection. So when you guys see me making a build and I use this olive green, you know where it came from. So anyways, guys, I appreciate you being here. Hit that like button, subscribe, and I'd appreciate any support you guys give the channel. And if I have some time tomorrow, I will finish this up. But otherwise, you guys enjoy the rest of your Saturday afternoon, evening, wherever you might be, and I'll catch you guys later.